Hey, just wanted to come on here, say a few things. First, if I sound like shit, it's because I got really sick. Like right after posting the last video. Um, so you might just have to put up with it for this. So I just want to come on here, say a few things. The first of which being obviously I am switching up on my day ones. Now that I've hit it big, I'm gonna go party with um Tfue. Is that a guy? I feel like I've heard that name around in like streamer stuff. I'm gonna go hang out with rich people, cool people. If you never hear from me again, I've had some friends voice in videos, read some stuff. Dawson, I've had Joel recently, in the new video. If you never hear from me again, it's because you're too broke or not influential enough. And when people ask in interviews, I will say I had no help when I was a nobody. I did this all by myself. None of you did anything at all ever. I was only surrounded by haters and ops. On a slightly more serious note, it's if this isn't a like I'm not doing this to like make a living, I'm in school, I have a job. This is just somewhere to post my thoughts. If you subscribed thinking, that I'm really gonna, grind and make it big, that's not really why I make these things. I write about stuff that interests me or that, is new maybe, that I've sort of, taken a liking to or at least found interesting. I don't always like dissect things I exclusively like. Sometimes there's bad things that still, like have something to say that is worth looking at. This is just for posting my thoughts, essays I write for fun. I know, fucking nerd alert. But this isn't like an Illuminati essay, essay like content mill. I'm not posting to get views, but obviously it's always, I guess this is kind of a segue into my third thing. Obviously this is like it's fun and I guess exciting to know that people listen to you. Like there's one comment that I deleted that was like, oh, I was so engaged with Harry's personal journey of like struggling through addiction, becoming this hopefully better person, that I forgot the game was loaded with like commie bullshit or like commie crap, he said, which admittedly, as hilarious as that is, isn't engaging with not only what I'm saying but the content of the game, the original work that I want to talk about on anything even resembling a like an honest level, in good faith. That's the word I'm looking for. There was another guy who's like oh fuck, sorry, my nose. There's another guy who's like, I don't think that like, or like I disagree that I'd have to pull it up, but it's something along the lines of, I disagree that like simply persisting in like just going on counts as optimism, right? That like, sure, you're not sort of giving into this like void, this seductive absence of the self. I don't think that counts as optimism. Like, it was something along those lines. And obviously that's like a good chunk of the video. Most of this is gonna be talking about the Disco Elysium video. That's why I'm making this. It brought a lot of people in, and I want to clarify who I am, what we're doing here. And that's obviously like a big chunk of my video, is that that this optimism isn't necessarily a things are going to get better optimism. It's a things are going to keep going, and that always presents the opportunity for betterment. And then, you know, you tie it into this sort of more abstract concept of place, and obviously it's a game made by communists, so there is a little bit of theory in there too. But like that's interesting, you know. That's an interesting position to take, at least in regards to what I'm saying. You know, people are listening, and when people listen to you and disagree, at least I think that's really, you know, it means like they're actually hearing out what you're saying, and then they're disagreeing with you, you know, based on, you know, their interpretation versus yours. It's fun to know people are like actually hearing me out, you know. Obviously the only like numbers metric you have to go off is, you know, comments and views, and well, obviously, you know, something in the lizard brain is like, oh, number go up, I be happy. I think, at least for me, it's more rewarding, maybe, to it's not sort of in like a, oh, I'm popular way. It's in a, oh, people care about, you know, what I'm saying. And I think that specifically is sort of what you know, gets me. You know, that's what I'm thankful for. Not necessarily just like, oh, you know, people are putting it on and going to sleep. More so that like, oh, you know, this is something people are engaging with. You know, a work of writing that it moves people enough, you know, one way or the other, to bother commenting, to engage with. I think that's sort of what gets me. Anyways, I wanted to say thank you. Obviously, you know, sort of clarify, you might, you know, this isn't really a place where, you know, I'm grinding, posting daily, but, you know, there will be more stuff. You know, I'm not gonna stop, you know, thinking about things, you know. I wanted to say thank you. Obviously, this one video, I think I posted it at like 44 subscribers. And now I'm at like, I think 175. So, you know, that's a lot of people that have signed up to hear what I have to say. That's like a college class, you know? Like I'm teaching a course. That's how I think about it, and that's, you know, that's cool, but also slightly terrifying. Still, thank you for well over 100 subscribers and like I think like 5,000 views now. At least on the back end, that's what it shows me. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And just look out for whatever's next.
My mind